All right, guys, welcome to episode number 7 of the Gym Bro Fitness Podcast, where we talk about all things fitness related. We talk about things that you would talk to your gym bro about, or gym misses. I still don't know what to call the female version of gym bros to this day, but we will figure it out eventually. If you guys could help us out with that, what do you guys want to be called? Ladies, please let us know so we can properly address you, because everybody is in this community is welcome, whether you are male, female, a walking paradox or a triceratops. It does not matter to us what you are. You can be a gym bro. It's just a phrase. However, I am here with the man himself,
Max Hoover.
Awesome. Thank you for coming on to the pod, Max. It's always a pleasure to have you back in the studio once again. Our, little makeshift thing that we got going on in my office, that what was my office, has now turned into this setting that you guys see here, which if you are listening to this on your streaming podcast of your choice and you would like to see a visual of our podcast, we do have a video version of all 7 of our episodes of our podcast. Our podcast is actually more of a vlogcast, if you will, because we do film pretty much all of the sessions that we pod on. So let's kick it off with where we left off last time. I feel like we didn't get to finish on episode number 6. We were talking about the customization of the dumbbells and the handles.
Yeah.
And then we talked about the customization of all the urethane.
Yeah.
The 5 different, we broke it down and we figured out that there was 5 different variations of customization aspects to a urethane dumbbell.
Our urethane dumbbells.
Exclusively Mayhem Strength dumbbells. As of the time of this recording, we'll see what happens. But it's cool. It's the name of the game. I hope the other guys and girls can play in the game that we are in, because if they start playing, then we feel like we have challenge.
Yeah.
And nothing's better than a great rivalry or a great challenge to inspire just greatness from everybody on all levels. So if you guys are looking to go toe-to-toe with us, bring it on. That's a little extreme, I feel like. But no, seriously, I'm saying that in reality, I'm being lighthearted in that manner, because in my view, a win is a win for the community, regardless if it's for our financial gain or our clout or whatever it is that you want to call it. I'm here as a part of the community myself, I partake. So I see stuff and I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Like, I have fun. That's why I love doing this, because it's my passion, right? So yeah. It's truly like, it's I don't know how to describe it other than that. It's just like
I wanna talk about something in maybe we can transition into this. 2 weeks ago we went to Ursa, right? What was your opinion on Ursa?
It's so cool to see how much hard work people put into this. Like, I think that it was really cool to see how people in our industry specifically can put together a plan and execute. It's a testament to probably where those companies are at, whoever the leadership is in that company. It shows why the expos and the events are such a powerful thing for marketing, because it really truly takes a lot of energy and effort to do those things. So kudos to everybody that was there, first and foremost. I'm not going to dog on anybody, because we weren't even in the fight, Mm-hmm. We're just a spectator. So I can't say bad things about anybody, but can I say that was there maybe a lot of the same thing that we've been seeing for the last 20, 30 years in the industry? Yeah. I mean, it's I don't want to say like it's a bad thing, because competition's always good for the consumer because it gives us more options. That's why the government's mad at Apple, because they have a monopoly on cell phones pretty much because of the ecosystem that they've built. But that's just due to the consumer demand. The consumers choose who ultimately they want to bestow the power of their dollar, right? Because once you have the dollar, you're able to do a lot of things with it. And ultimately, as a business owner, you decide how much you're going to chip back into the company and how much you want to take away for your own personal self, or however you want, or give back to the employees, or do multiple things like that, or you continue to innovate. And so for me and my perspective as a very young entrepreneur coming into the space, I see a lot of older companies not innovating. So I can't say not innovation because I'm young, right? We came into this and we're kind of just like, okay, this is the standard of what things are because of the companies that have done like the innovation that I'm talking about, right? Mm-hmm. But it comes to a point where there's so much revenue being generated by these companies. It's like, where is the money going?
Yeah. So you're saying that there's the revenue that they're generating isn't being turned back into that system. I think there's some companies that are out there probably doing it. I think
definitely.
eGym was crazy. I mean, eGym was crazy last year, but eGym is, I think they're probably one of the most revolutionary in the game right now.
Absolutely. I think that they stuck out to me probably the most in terms of the category of innovation.
Yeah.
I mean, mind you, we didn't get to try any of it out, but just from the exterior, like walking around the booth, if you guys want to see any of the things that we're talking about, we have a video on our YouTube channel. It's for IURSA. You'll see a picture of me, Max, and Emily with Rodney, who is the owner of Genesis Health Clubs. I think he's got over 50 locations.
60, I think.
60 locations all over the Midwest. 70. He's like just an absolute beast. He's he's got other businesses and other industries. We're going to be hooking up his brother, I believe, with a leg press. So we'll be looking forward to doing that. Probably make some content or something out of that. Mm-hmm. Be cool. So,
but in regards to who are the power players and who aren't the power players, I think eGym is probably making some pretty big strides in that space. However, there's a factor of cost. I don't know the numbers off the top of my head of what a unit costs with them, but there's definitely some hard barrier to entry in regards to that stuff right now. If you're integrating technology with any kind of machine, the moment that stuff becomes widely accessible,
I think
it's like that could change the entire game.
The challenge with technology and gym equipment, I think, lies in the difficulty of how you're going to deliver power to the system, because you have to generate, if you're going to do alternating current that powers a tablet or a software of some kind, it has to be energized in some way. And either you're going to have to use a battery, you're going to have to use external power of some source, which
I think theirs is all magnetic, isn't it?
I have no idea, honestly.
I'm pretty sure. I think from what I could totally be talking out of my butt, but
yeah, I
had because we had tried it last year too, and I was talking to the guy about it just because it's really interesting. But I think a lot of their the internal mechanism in there is like all magnetic. I don't even know the right terms for it, but
it's fascinating stuff.
Yeah, super interesting, super cool. I think it'll be cool in a couple of years when it's more widely accessible too. I think it's like cars, it's like a Tesla. Like Teslas aren't widely accessible to everybody in the game, but they're becoming that. It's just a matter of
all the because there's more competition now.
Yeah.
Tesla 4 years ago was like just an absolute monster in the electric car vehicle. I think they owned like 80% of the whole entire market share. Now they're down to like 50%.
Yeah.
So they've experienced also challenges with tax incentives on the rebate because of the 5-year contract that they signed with the government. Basically, Tesla said that, hey, can you help us out getting these e-cars out? Will you help us do that? The government said, yeah, we'll give you we'll give people that buy these vehicles and whatever said, I think there's federal and then a state incentive as well, which California, as you know, is like very e-friendly. So they donated a lot. They've participated a lot of money and contributed a lot of our tax dollars to funding all of the Teslas that you see driving around everywhere. But you're absolutely right. So as more competitors enter the space, there will be a lower cost to the consumer and more options. This is what you see with everything, right? So we'll see. Gym equipment has so much room to evolve, but like, where does it end? Like when does gym equipment just like, when is it not like gym equipment anymore?
Oh, the moment that we turn into Wall-E, the guys in Wall-E.
Or we just replace all of our muscles with like wires and like electronics.
Yeah. The moment that a muscle is not actually getting worked, or no force is being generated in any motion. Then...
Will gym equipment be needed in the future, Max? What do you think? If in the metaverse, like where does gym equipment lie?
I don't think. Well, I don't know. Actually, it's like right now in the metaverse.
Yeah. No. Like how does let's say 20 years from now, how do you foresee the metaverse and exercise combining into one?
You could probably establish a pretty hefty space in the home gym aspect of the metaverse. If you're building out a 3D space in the metaverse, and then you can find some way to generate some kind of force that you're actually like, because you like in the metaverse you're acting, you just right now it's just the goggles, right? You have the goggles on your head, but you're still gonna have to generate some kind of force and work a muscle somehow. So there's no I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea how I think that would be like some...
Well, like in my mind, in the metaverse, right, if you're wearing the goggles or whatever the hell they want you to wear.
Yeah.
And even if you're like, if the whole thing of that is like for you to just basically stay at home, like there's still like movement. Like you're still going to be like moving around your space at the house because you're not going to sit in a chair all day long. I don't care who you are. You're not just going to sit there and like mindlessly.
Yeah, but we need to have a understanding on how they're going to actually get a workout in the metaverse, because if you're acting like you're working out in the metaverse, then you're not actually working out, right? Say I pick up a dumbbell in the metaverse, it's not going to be heavy in real life.
Of course, no. Yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying. Yes, I mean like the metaverse that's real life. You know what I'm saying? Like the physical part of you that's still here in the world that exists. When you go into the metaverse, you still need space to like move inside of the metaverse in your physical world.
Yeah, but at that point you might as well just have a home gym. There's no way that you can do it right now.
Well, not right now, but in like 20 years from now. Or like what would you think the solution would be, like if you had to what would they need?
You would need some kind of like a physical like hookup to like all of your extremities. And it would need to be like linked to what you're looking at, right?
That's great, dude. Like if you could have like a wrist cuff or something that like somehow could just like magnetically like change weight.
Yeah, or like some kind of some kind of hookup to your muscle where it's just like providing resistance as you're coming up or something. Yeah. Say I'm doing a curl, right?
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Well, there's your that's the electrical power source. It's there. So
yeah, the clinic that I used to work at, we actually used to use like the e-stim.
I feel like that's going to be a really big problem too. Is like all of the power that we're going to need to like if everybody's in the metaverse like all the time.
I feel like we're pretty close to that.
Yeah, we're just on our phones. The phones are battery powered though, and like batteries aren't good for the environment.
Yeah. All right, let's get back on topic.
Well, hold on. Let me finish my thought here because
Okay.
I wanted to circle back here, and I think the future lies in there's going to be like it has to be in the build out of the building itself. So I think existing buildings are going to have a hard time to do this plan, but if we build out the houses with the home gym environment, like the home gym systems built into it, I think it could be a really affordable add-on that's not like a crazy big space. So it's the thought I had, right? Like, because I remember when we went to China and we saw like all of the buildings that they were building, like everywhere that we went.
Yeah.
And I had thought, I was like, what? Like, why don't they just put like 2 3x3 posts down the entire like section of the gym where they're putting, because you know that they're just building the same exact template of every single layout every single time that they build these houses. So it's like, let's just put 2 3x3 square tube posts just down like the whole entire building through a section of like their living room or something. I don't know, maybe not the living room, but just like a little tiny room, like maybe 5x5 or something like that. And then you put like you just put like the 1-inch holes, and then boom, everybody in the entire building has a power rack or 2-post rack in their room. That's supported by the building. That's super strong. I mean, and if they don't want the gym, like you can change it into something else.
Yeah.
That's easy with 1x1 post, but like that's kind of a crazy, like an interesting thought, right? Like
no, yeah,
like
it could be a just like a coat hanger or something.
Or you like sell it to that, like you sell it to the fitness community and say, hey, look, everybody here is going to get a full home gym. Like that's kind of cool, right? Like that would be kind of nice. Like you don't have to buy it. Like you can still be in the apartment. Dude, this is cool. It's an interesting concept, I think. That's why like gym equipment for me is more than that. It's more than just like gym equipment, you know, like because that's so limiting. There's so many things that I think connect us to the equipment that lies outside of the gym, that it's important to try to incorporate as much of that into our thoughts and feelings onto how we design the equipment and that user experience that we're trying to deliver every time that somebody touches a Mayhem Strength product, right? Like when you touch a Mayhem Strength product, I want you to be inspired to do great things. That's like one of my things that like, that's why we wrote this on these plates, right? On the back of the Neon Fleck bumper plates and all of our iron plates, at least for these 2 series that we have, say, no retreat, no surrender, no limits. And what that means is that when you don't retreat, that means to never quit, right? We don't ever stop. We don't ever back out of our commitments. Every time that we say we're going to do something, we do it. Oh.
No
and
surrender.
then no surrender kind of ties into that, right? So it means to never quit on your goals, on your dreams. And together, those 2 things, there are no limits. And that's the mantra.
What was the idea in starting Jimbro Fitness, and like, you know, who is it meant for? Because in my mind, I think, you know, Jimbro Fitness is meant for the gym bros. But everybody, you know, somebody new watching this might look at the term gym bros and be like, oh, it's meant for, you know, dudes that like to lift weights and, you know, don't have much thought in their head, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the common theme for outsiders looking into the gym bro culture, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But insider looking out, you know, as a true gym bro, what does gym bro fitness mean to you, and why did you start it, right?
Absolutely. So I think that gym bro fitness really started a very long time ago for me, whenever I was 16, or no, I was like in 9th grade lifting weights. It was like 9th grade weight training class, and working out with one of the buddies that was living in the trailer park across, like up the street from me in North Carolina. He was like one of my only few friends, because we used to live like so far away from everybody back then, like in North Carolina. And like I spent like 6 or 7 years of my childhood growing up in like the sticks of the middle of nowhere in North Carolina, which I think is a big part of the reason why I am today. And just being that, growing up in that environment, you're close to the kids that just live in your neighborhood because that's all you have to play with or hang out with, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the kid that was up the street, you know, had a very similar situation as me, was in like single mom, had 3 brothers, 1 older brother, 1 younger brother. So it was a cool little group of friends that we had, but me and Zach was his name. Shout out to Zach if you're ever hearing this. And we were working out. We would do legs, and like I remember it was always a competition to who could do like 3 or 4 plates on each side of the leg press, and it was like, man, you got 10 reps of 4 plates on each side. Like, what a beast, you know? Like, that was cool. And I remember being like shocked at how hard it was to lift like 95 pounds on bench press, because like I saw dudes play like 2 plates, like repping it out like it was nothing, and I'm like, it's like my first time, like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Like, so that's my true first like gym bro experience. But beyond that, you know, the whole experience of me going through, you know, joining the Navy and then working out with all of the good men and women that I have throughout my entire time before even joining, which was like a whole process, right? There's a whole like training. If you're serious about what you're trying to do and joining special program, you have to train. Otherwise you're going to get, you know, basically you're going to get run out, or chances are that you're going to quit because you didn't put anything into like preparing. So I'll fast forward it to this. It was like after getting out of rescue swimmer school and finishing like being in what's called A school, is like it's like a class that you do after you pass like the physical part of training. So it's like you've proved physically that you're capable, but now you gotta go to school and learn, like see if you're like just not like you're like just a bonehead basically. Yeah. So it's a very short period of time in most people's like careers in the military. It's probably like, depending on what your job is, a couple months, or, you know, training could be up to 2 years in my case. But every single, like, it was really easy, but we were still in good shape. So we would go just beast it at the gym every day. And that's when I fell in love with fitness, because, or like bodybuilding specifically. And I think that's, when I say all this, I think bodybuilding is kind of the thread that holds me together since this point here. That's kind of the transition when it was like, you know, swimming, cardio, calisthenics, to let's try to get some size, you know, let's get some shape, because I was like super tall and lanky and just skinny. I looked weird. Yeah. And I wanted to get like, I wanted to fill out my frame a little bit. So plus I could eat. I've always been able to eat a ton of food. Yeah. So I feel like I still haven't answered the question though.
Yeah. What is like the deeper meaning behind Gym Bro Fitness?
Yeah.
Who's it for? Right?
I mean, it's for everybody. It's like I said in the beginning, you know, it's like for literally anybody.
Yeah. In my mind, when I always think about it, I think like, okay, everybody deep down, doesn't matter if you're, you know, if you wear a suit every day to work, and you work for a corporate level enterprise gym, whatever, or if you work for a, you know, small business, straight up like raw iron bodybuilding gym, right? Deep down, everybody has that gym bro mindset in their head.
Yeah.
Everybody that has started a gym in their life, right, I think ultimately has had that thought where they're like, man, it'd be really cool to start a gym, right?
Heck yeah.
I think like what you're talking about in high school, I think you probably originally had that thought in your head. You're probably like, man, the gym is like my safe haven, right? The gym is like where I go like to like ease all of my stress, and you know, it's like the one place where I feel like my mind is at ease, and I think
it, well, in high school for me, I think it was more sports, like wrestling.
Yeah, okay.
But like I
But
said,
like, yeah, after
once
the
I
Navy,
started,
or-
once I got out of A school and I started pumping iron with my gym bro every
Yeah.
single day, and I started seeing the gains, and I started seeing like my body change. I felt like more confident.
Yeah.
I felt like just more energetic, and like I kept getting stronger every single day. Not every day. I mean, yeah, in the beginning it was like, you know, beginner gains. You just see major growth, and then it's like, boom, I come out to San Diego, like we're basically still in school, nothing to do the whole time, and we were walking distance to the gym, like literally 100 yards from the
So
gym.
you're pumping iron every day.
Like every day, like
Yeah.
just obnoxious amounts of lifting, and we're running in the mornings, like we're
Yeah.
still doing PT for the Navy stuff, but
But the gym is the one thing that's
just like the gym, like after work, like we'd all be like just like down in the dumps, like from just getting like
You're
just
probably
beat up all day, like just getting like disrespected, and it was like blah 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 blah, and just
let's
like
just go lift.
just go hash it out in the gym, and then boom, like everything's all good. And it's like there was a group of us that would all go to the gym every single day, and just like we'd get after it. It was cool, man, and it really it changed me. It helped me grow as a person. It helped me grow as a man. It helped me grow as a leader, just to be there with those guys and training so hard. Like there was like Marines that would come train, and then it was a competition between who could squat the heaviest between the Marines and the Navy guys. And it was like, we would do sessions, like crazy, just dumb sets. And like, it was fun, you know, it was what, like, I feel like every person should experience, and every person that does experience it, I think knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Having that group of gym bros there to push you and help you just be there. And then the cool thing about gym bros is like, there's that camaraderie. So if you feel like if I'm training hard with somebody every day and I'm going through something, I feel more as a man, I feel more like willing to open up to this person and express how I feel.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they might understand me a little bit more, because they're my gym bro, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just that good feeling that you get with somebody that you train hard with, or that you're going through something hard with, you know.
That's the gym bro culture.
Yeah, exactly. And I think because of that exact feeling that I'm talking about, what you said earlier, that between everybody that is in this circle of people, we all understand and respect each other because of that struggle that we willingly put ourselves through.
Yeah.
It's that respect, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's what's cool about it.
So in my mind, gym bro fitness, the business, right? Because at the end of the day, we're talking on a podcast, you know, in the realm of this business, right?
Yeah.
Gym bro fitness, it is for those people, the people who they have that inkling in their mind where they want to, you know, start something of their own.
Yeah. I mean, we could take it a step further in the story, right? And fast forward to now, I'm in the midst of like when Gym Bros actually started, which was right before COVID. I had moved out to El Cajon, which is, if you're not from San Diego, it's like out in the mountains, like away from everything that's you guys think is cool here in San Diego. So I was driving I was working out at the gym in Pacific Beach every day, so that drive was just like not worth it for me anymore. And so I just found some equipment on Facebook Marketplace, and then boom, everything shut down. And then it was like I had all this cool equipment, all the gyms were shut down, so I had people over to come work out.
Yeah.
And then it became like this group of guys again working out, gym bros in the garage gym because the world's shut down, but we're still getting a lift in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're still pumping the iron no matter what because of that culture, and we're disciplined, we're dedicated, and we want to push ourselves. And that's the other thing too that I want to say about that decision that I made to buy the home gym equipment, is that regardless of the circumstance, you stick to the goal, and you do that by making it. You surround yourself, you put yourself in the environment of the things that you want to achieve. So for me, it was like, I want to stay in shape. I can't drive to the gym that I want to. I'm going to bring the gym home to me. Mm-hmm. And that's that sacrifice that I made to moving out there. But I moved out there knowing that, and I wanted to stick to that discipline. You know, I said, hey, I don't want to be in the city getting distracted with all of this stuff. I want to be out there by myself with the home gym, training in isolation almost. But of course I still had my family and my friends that would come out and train with me.
Yeah.
It was cool because like nobody wanted to come hang out with me because if I had just like I was too far out, but if I had the home gym,
yeah, you got the gym. You have probably the only gym.
I had the only gym that was open, so everybody would come train, and it was great for me because I totally lift better when I'm with partners that can push me and spot me. Having a spotter helps me, have confidence to push a little bit further.
For sure. What about now? What's the goal of Gym Bro Fitness now?
The goal of Gym Bro Fitness now is to deliver the best customer service, products, offerings, and knowledge of all things related to putting together any type of fitness space, or just simply making a selection on what type of equipment that suits your needs and your budget as well. So I'd like to think as Gym Bro Fitness as the experts in all things gym equipment related on the commercial side of things, right? We definitely are going to be supplying equipment for a very long time. And in fact, we want to be the best at giving people access to the best packages and layouts of equipment and the most efficient space uses, right? Use cases. Not everybody has a lot of space, and maybe they have a little bit more of a budget, or they just see the value in the investment of a home gym, right? Like I was talking about earlier, bringing that environment to home or closer to yourself means that you're committing to your goals. You're taking it seriously.
And then providing that same exact thing for commercial gym owners too, right?
Of course.
So you want to be Gym Bro Fitness is the source for anybody looking to start a commercial gym or any kind of gym, right? To completely outfit, scale, design, and build from the ground up.
Absolutely.
The gym of their dreams.
Yeah, I mean, some people probably really want to build a gym, but they don't know how.
Yeah.
They're lost to make the decision. It's overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff that goes into it. And it's like if you were trying to remodel your house or your bathroom, you're not going to just try to design it yourself and like plan the whole entire layout of it. Like if you're going to truly remodel it, you're going to talk to an expert and you're going to have them guide you through the process of what's going to happen. Hey man, we're going to come in, we're going to evaluate the square footage of this, and then we're going to give you a couple different options of like, okay, maybe the sink looks better here, or maybe the shower should go over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Replace those two words with leg press or squat rack, and it's the same exact thing, right?
Yeah.
So, and then we take it a step further with the rubber flooring options and the consulting. It's like basically like consulting, or besides the stuff the materials that we give out for free. Which, by the way, guys, we do have a blog on gymbrofitness.com and on mayhemstrength.com. On Gym Bro Fitness blog, you're going to find these things that we're talking about, educational content on how to find a gym location, how to select the right gym equipment for your home gym and for your commercial gym, why we have structured the packages that we do have laid out in on our website. We offer the 1,000 square foot gym package, which is like a home gym, garage gym package, apartment complex
hotels.
Gyms. We have the 5,000 square foot package. We have the 10,000 square foot package. And we curate these packages with the user in mind, right? We choose to have specific pieces of equipment that we think is good for your standard layout. But again, every layout is unique, and the needs of those spaces are very drastic depending on a multitude of factors: square footage, location, your budget, that's another huge one, lighting,
construction,
parking,
the construction of the entire building itself,
where the cross streets are around it. All this stuff matters. We can help you guys figure it all out, or figure out as more of it than you would on your own without looking at that content. And that's the goal, right? Just give out free content for people, valuable stuff that people can learn from our experience, without having to spend a dime. And then if they feel like they want to try out some of our equipment and do business with us, then we are more than happy to provide that service as well. And again, we're going to do that at the highest, world-class level possible.
Mm-hmm. Talk about those packages a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you said the 1K. We have a 1K square foot gym package, 5K, 10K. Who are those for? You touched on the 1K a little bit, but who would you say the 5K package is for? Who would you say 10K package is for? What are the perks? What are the perks of doing that as opposed to just spending your time trying to mass curate your own list of
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anybody that's looking to open up a gym facility in general, whether you want to do business with us or not, I don't really care. You should look at that list of all of those gym spaces because it's going to give you a good idea of what a gym space of that size might look like.
Yeah.
Just for reference. So on that premise alone, it's valuable.
Yeah.
Because we didn't just throw stuff together on all of those. We actually thought about why we're choosing all of those pieces of equipment.
Yeah.
And then for the 1K square package, gym package or apartment complex package is for people that have a moderate amount of space, 20 by, I guess, like, what would that be? Like
20 by 50.
20 by 50.
You can go 30 by 30.
Yeah, there's a lot of different layouts there. So
yeah.
It's just a matter of like, if you are wanting to spend time to find all these different pieces of equipment on the internet, and then you want to go draw a little pen and paper diagram of it, and then draw squares for your equipment, and then waste hours of time doing that process, or you can just kind of fast forward that for free without spending a dime by going to our website and checking it out and seeing what the offerings are. And if you guys want to change those packages, that's fine, but those are at least a really good starting place to go from in reference to where it is that you want to go with your space. Okay, so don't feel like you're locked into any of that stuff, guys. We totally customize anything that you want. Those are just there for reference.
And on top of that, the 5K and the 10K square foot gym packages, what are the perks of those? And who are those curated for?
The 5K, 10K square foot gym packages are free delivery, free installation anywhere in the continental United States. The 5K and 10K square foot gym package is for anybody that's looking to seriously open up a gym that's going to host a large number of people, that has many different use cases. At those levels, you are able to do a hybrid of private and public gym spaces. You can do 100% private, or you can do 100% public. It's really up to you at that point in time. So those are for entrepreneurs, people that are already in the gym space. They own gyms. They're looking to open up second locations. They're for government and high schools and for colleges that have spaces that they want to renovate. If they want to renew the look and feel of their weight room to attract new, young talent or whatever it might be, those are great places to go and look as reference again and see. And
I would say it's even a good base for just the young entrepreneur that doesn't even have a location.
Of course not. If you're like 16 or 17 years old,
I mean, you could be older than that. Not even. I would say even if you're 20, 25, if you just don't have an idea as to where you're going to start.
Oh, of course. No, I mean, it's a range. Like, I'm just saying, like, if I was really young, or maybe just like you said, in like 30 and below,
yeah,
it's a great idea to just put like an idea thought in your mind.
Yeah, it's a good seed to plant.
Visualization, manifestation of those goals and aspirations.
Yeah,
that we have.
Yeah, and they ship for free.
Ship for free. They are drop shipped. So everything that you're going to need for your gym is going to be in those containers that get shipped to the gym location. And if you would like, you can utilize our team of gym equipment technicians to come out and install your gym. And then before we do that, if you would like to also use our services of gym equipment technicians and gym designers, we can design your layout for you, provide you with 30 to 45 to 60-second videos, provide you with multiple pictures from many different angles, and then provide you with a PDF document with multiple, basically with all of that stuff that I just mentioned put together with a breakdown, an itemized list at the end of it with everything that's inside the gym, which you can use to market to all of your audience to sign up for pre-sales. When you say, hey guys, here's a 3D rendering of our gym, the next 100 people that sign up at this rate are locked in at this rate, and then that's it. After that, we're going to be going up to this going rate. And then we can drop another video and you can say, hey, the next 100 people after this are going to go up to this rate. And you can get people, you can create that sense of urgency. It's cool. I mean, there's so many ways to slice it. If you're, you know, just got to think outside the box, you know, and there's ways you can take it, or you can just literally post it on Instagram and use it as a cool way to just show your members when they sign up. If you're not into that, you know, run a Facebook ad with them. It just, and then also the valuable part of it too is, even if you don't want to hire us to do the install for you, that's fine. That visualization to anybody that you're going to work with on that project is going to have a far greater understanding of what it is that you're looking to do. And it makes that, just makes it, it gives you a game plan, you know, you're coming into it with a strategy, an idea of what it is that you're looking to do. So if you're serious and you're really trying to be a professional and you want to open up a gym with a professional team behind you to design that space, then go to gymbroFitness.com and send us an email.
There you go.
Go to our Instagram page and send us a DM.
Yeah. What about Mayhem Strength? What was the point? What was the point in curating Mayhem Strength? Who is that for? Because in my mind, they're two completely separate.
Yeah,
two completely separate things.
Mayhem's
it's like the brainchild.
I think honestly, Mayhem was born out of frustration and honestly a little bit of anger for the lack of innovation in the space that's very much needing it. And I say that because it's like, these things are difficult and they are hard, but in comparison to some of the other things that are difficult and hard that have progressed in the last 30 to 40 years, the growth is just not there in my opinion.
Yeah, in the equipment space?
In the equipment space, it's just like, how can this be? We're like, I think it's just from a lack of people like looking at it.
I mean, it's just, I feel like there's
which is great for us, and you know, hopefully no like billionaire watches this and is like, oh great, now I can just buy everybody and take it over.
Yeah.
Because like, if that were to I mean, look at Nike, right? Like Nike stepped into the game. They realized there's an opportunity there.
I think that's the sole reason that Nike stepped into the game.
That's obviously a clear sign that there's something there, right? If somebody like that's doing it. I mean, like you go to their page, they have like LeBron James working out with their Hex dumbbells. It's like, good Lord, man. Like, how do you compete with that? And then it's like Serena Williams or some like NFL quarterbacks working out with their plates. Like, dude, and then, you know, as soon as they come out, you know, videos are posted, you know, people are going crazy all over online, and then it just goes right up to like, it just like everybody, the exposure, right? Like as soon as it came out, you knew that it came out almost right away.
Oh yeah.
And that's like the power of a brand.
Yeah.
And that's Mayhem, right? That's what we're trying to do with Mayhem, is create that brand of culture behind what it is that we're doing. So Gym Bros is like the spirit of it, and it's the brain. It's not the brain. I mean, yeah, it's the brains, and it's the experts, it's the knowledge, it's the directory. mayhem is like the product in the service and the technical knowledge and just professionalism in an industry and that needs it. It's the evil scientist, if you will. It's the Elon Musk.
It's the evil scientist trying to push the envelope, I think.
It's the that's why I really wanted to, that's why I did the jester, because I think the jester kind of signifies it's I don't know, it's hard to explain how I feel about it, but I just think it invokes like a feeling of like I don't know, the Joker's supposed to be funny, right? He's a character of laughter, and sometimes they can be a little bit cynical, right? And it ties in with the Mayhem name, I feel like, because the Mayhem and the Joker flow together in a way that it's just saying like it's time to step up, right?
Yeah.
So
it's like, it's just poking the bear.
Yeah, and it's like, because people are probably like, why did they put a Joker on the plate? It's because we can.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Because nobody else is going to do it.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's a symbol of like, just it's kind of like FU a little bit to the big dogs at least.
Yeah.
And
no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's what more people need in the space.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I hope if anybody sees it and sees this in there, I feel hopefully that they can feel inspired, because I don't feel like I'm anybody special by any means.
Yeah. I
feel like I'm far from special. I feel like I'm actually kind of dumb. If you ask me, I've made so many mistakes, and like, it's not that hard if you actually truly apply yourself, And I think that's the main thing too. Is like, with technology, it's too easy. It's too easy now, and there's no excuse to not be able to do it. And that's kind of the other thing. But I also think that experience is very valuable. So if I could do it all over again, I would wish I had gone out and learned and got more experience and then did this, but had no choice when I started. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, that's the way things go. I want to talk about these though.
Yeah,
a little bit, because this was in my mind, this is one of the first brainchilds of Mayhem Strength, right? And I think, you had shown me a video yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever it was of the progression of these plates and how they came to be. But I think this is a perfect representation of what Mayhem Strength is, right? This is exactly what Mayhem Strength stands for, right? The wacky colors, the wacky design, the wacky functionality of it, right?
Yeah.
Not saying that you could interpret wacky however you want to interpret it.
Yeah, for those also listening, he's talking about the neon fleck bumper plates.
Just the bumper plates in general, because all of them are the same design, different colors, patterns, whatever. But what was the thought process on this? Why did you do it this way?
This right here is my way of telling myself that what we're doing here is for a reason.
Yeah.
It was like something inside of me was like, I have to do something about this.
Yeah.
And so this is kind of what I did, and at the same time as a couple other products.
Yeah.
It was very difficult time.
Yeah.
But it was fun, and I loved it. And in the video that you talked about, you see multiple iterations over and over and over again. I didn't stop until this thing was perfect, because I could have stopped at that first point that you saw.
Yeah.
If you look at the video, you can see that there's many different versions, and I think at any point of those versions, you would have had a cool looking plate.
Yeah.
With it, like some of them was like the swirl was just the whole channel was around the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
And it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But it's not. It wouldn't have been this, and I didn't stop until it was perfect like this, because I needed to show that Mayhem is here. It's a serious player. It was to make a statement in the industry that we're in. It was a proof to what our team is capable of, because I didn't just do this by myself.
Mm-hmm.
It goes so much further than just having like making and selling a product. Yeah. I think Not to get too deep with it or anything like that.
No, but I mean, there's
and it's cool. Like it's just like what I want. It's like what I would want in a bumper plate. I was like, if I could, like, it's just like if only they did this. It was like, boom, there you go.
Yeah. Because everybody's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's got.
Yeah.
Flat face,
Yeah.
45-pound plate.
Yeah. No, my favorite. You know, my favorite part of this design is the knurling feature that we were able to include on this. Is just so like, I never thought that rubber could feel so hard and like grippy like the way it does. It's like it doesn't even feel like rubber. It feels like something else.
Yeah.
It feels like metal almost because it's so hard, especially on this 10 because the 10s are the highest on the durometer scale.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing too, is like to make a good product, you truly have to understand the ins and outs of what you're making or what you're trying to get yourself into. I think a lot of entrepreneurs fail to do the just like the nitty gritty, like just research. Everybody's too quick to like do it right now. These came out last year, right? So it took me 3 years to get to this point.
Yeah.
Okay. And in year 2 and like a half, that was the whole time I was designing all of this.
Yeah.
Along with the deep dish iron plates, the calibrated chrome plates, the adjustable bench, the hex dumbbells that we have, the all of the machines. It was a very like, it was a time where it was really hard for me because I realized I had to like sacrifice time away from my family and like my friends and like my just like I stopped working out as much, and I had to just put out for this goal because it took a lot of time and management on my own. I did it all by myself, and I didn't really have somebody to tell me how to do it.
Yeah.
And I made many mistakes that cost me lots, like thousands and thousands of dollars in the process of doing all of this, but the experience that I've learned in the process in doing the hard things is invaluable. So go out there and do hard things all the time in light of like how little and small you might feel, how incapable that you feel like against all odds that you could never go toe to toe to the Giants. You can totally do it. And I encourage you to do it. Go out there, get after it, make some cool stuff so people can do cool things with your stuff.
For sure.
I mean, you know what's somebody told me the other day, it was actually the lady from Garage Gym Reviews. She had said that the plates bring her joy every time that she lifts with them. And like
really?
My heart like it's like, oh my gosh, like that made me feel so good because it's like I wanted that. I want that for people to feel that joy when they see these, you know. So it's good. Yep, those are my favorite.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yep.
What about okay? So we have some things coming up then for Mayhem in particular. Rock and Home Gym Con.
Oh my gosh, dude, this doesn't even feel like real life anymore.
Yeah, that's wild. It's super cool.
I'm like geeking out to even say this. I don't even know if like.
I don't know. Did you talk to Kyle about it at all or no?
Yeah. I mean, he said it to Jake, so.
All right.
Yeah, so guys, Home Gym Con, second year in French Lick, Indiana.
First year that we are going.
Second year, yeah, first year that we're going.
Yep. Second
year that the event's been going on, and this year has exploded in not competition, but what is it? Vendors, like people that are coming is just so
people are taking
many
it
people.
Seriously now. I mean, they weren't not that they weren't taking it seriously.
Yeah, I mean, it was like seemingly kind of like small last year. Not that I want to take away from anything that they did.
No.
It was, I mean, amazing. Like.
Yeah. It's the first of its kind.
Kudos to Jake first and foremost. Like, round of applause, my friend. You have done something amazing, and I think you've started something that will be around for a very long time. So, just impeccable. Like, bravo.
Yeah, much respect.
And the second thing is it's in French Lick, Indiana, which is kind of out there, but it's cool. It's awesome. I'm excited to go out there. I've never been out to that part of the country.
Indiana's cool.
That's kind of where you're from, right? A little like
Yeah, well, we're filming this in March, but Indiana is basketball country in my mind.
gotcha.
That's where some of the most elite basketball programs are at. But it's also there's a million different things in Indiana. Indiana's a cool state though. But home gym con, we're going.
Yeah, so the amount of people going to be at Home Gym Con, Rogue, Rep, ATX, Mutant Metals, Prime's going to be there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
They're giving away their whole booth.
What?
Yeah. That's what he had advertised, I'm pretty sure.
Prime?
I think so.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool.
I could be talking out of my butt, but I'm pretty sure.
That's sick.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of people there. We're going to be across from the Rogue booth.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. But the most exciting thing I think that I have to share about this is that we are going to be there as Mayhem Strength Mayhem Strength. Gym Bros is not going to be at Home Gym Con, so it's just going to be Mayhem Strength. But we're going to be there with Kabuki Strength and coming along with them is going to be the mad scientist himself. The mad scientist himself, Chris Duffin, is going to be there with us at the booth at Home Gym Con.
It's wild.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I need to start deadlifting immediately.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I had like, dude, Chris Duffin was like, I remember I was obviously doing my due diligence before this because I knew that we were going to talk about it, but I have been following Chris Duffin for probably the past like 8 or 10 years. I think I had originally like found out about him like 8 years ago when I had gotten into powerlifting, right?
Wow.
And he's like the first ever like OG powerlifter that I had like really been like, oh my god, this guy is insane. Like what a just ruthless animal. Not ruthless animal.
Have you ever like read his book or heard his story at least?
Oh yeah.
That's for me is like what
dude
shakes me about
what
him is that where he comes from and what he's been through is just and where he's at now is just a testament to like just greatness and
he's
just overcoming struggle. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah,
and we're gonna film content. So if you guys want to come hang out with us and Chris Duffin, fly out to French Lick, Indiana. It's gonna be cool. I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm glad that we picked to go to this event because we passed up on a couple others.
But for those of you that don't know, Kabuki, Mayhem Strength, Gym Bro Fitness, all of us, we have been collaborating for the past however many months, 3-ish months?
Since November, I think.
Yeah. Kabuki is currently selling a lot of Mayhem Strength products on their website, and we're going to be
currently the only other authorized reseller of Mayhem Strength besides Gym Bro Fitness.
Yeah, but
which is awesome.
We are also selling Kabuki bars.
That's right. Gym Bro Fitness is selling. Gym Bro Fitness and Mayhem Strength are selling Kabuki bars.
Yep.
That
is the reason why we are going with Kabuki.
Yes. Absolutely. We have been collaborating for a while. I think we're going to continue to collaborate. We're going to make some cool stuff together. Potentially a combo rack. We'll see how far along that gets. But yeah, man, could you imagine that? A Mayhem combo rack with a Kabuki like squat bar and just like some Mayhem calibrated chrome plates. Oh, good Lord. I need that.
Yeah.
Man, I hope, we'll do that. We're going to need to do that soon. But anyways, Kabuki is going to be dropping their brand new Transformer bar as well at the Home Gym Con. So Transformer Bar X is what it's called. So I'm excited to see that too because the Transformer bar already is really cool.
Oh yeah.
An amazing tool to train your body with so many different options and variabilities. If you had to like pick one bar to use for the rest of your life, that's probably the one that I'd pick.
Aside from just a normal bar. Yeah.
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 I mean, yeah, that's like that is one thing I'm definitely looking forward to, seeing that. I'm gonna use and abuse it while I can.
Oh yeah.
And then also, guys, we're going to be selling the equipment there at Home Gym Con. If you guys are interested in buying the equipment that we're bringing to Home Gym Con, please go to our website. If you want to DM us about it, pre-ordering it or figuring out how much you want to bid on it. I don't know how we're going to sell it just yet, but we'll figure it out. We'll post it. But
I mean, that can be done there, though. But
then we're going to be bringing the bars to the showroom, or the bars will be in our showroom here. So we'll have Mayhem Strength and Kabuki bars inside of the showroom here in San Diego. They are just awesome people. I love working with them. Rudy is cool. Rusty, Kyle. Kyle's a wealth of knowledge. It's one thing I like about Kabuki is they are very educational in providing value. When in a time where it seems like people are just more like companies are just sell. Let's stop and like respect some of the companies that are giving out some of the free knowledge, or not free. I mean, it doesn't have to be free, but even people investing and putting out knowledge.
A lot of their stuff is free. A lot of their stuff is free.
Buying a book is going to cost you money, so like
Yeah. No, I think Kabuki is a elite platform for just spreading knowledge in terms of biomechanics and just lifting in general. It's like
I need that actually. I think my squat is just awful. My squat and my deadlift form is terrible.
Yeah, maybe you can get
maybe Chris can like
course.
I don't want to curse.
Yeah.
He can correct my form.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell him, look, I'm a bodybuilder, man. I'm a power builder, I should say, but I've never like, I should do both. I feel like I'm gonna have like a stand efforting error, you know.
Yeah, you should.
Like in my 30s, I think I'll just turn it. I'll get that dad strength in me.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's needed. It's needed to go through both of those kind of phases in life.
Yeah.
It's like it establishes your like overall goals in terms of like just building strength and building muscle. It's like helps you find your path, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm looking forward to stepping on stage soon. I'm really starting to get the itch again. I was looking at pictures of me whenever I was like prepping for my show, and I just want to see the way I look now. Like I've worked out for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
6 years now. And I looked pretty decent in my opinion.
Yeah.
For at least it doesn't look. I don't really care what anybody thinks. It's about what I think. So I thought I looked really good, and I was like, you know what? Like, I want to see what I look like now underneath all of this little layer of fat that I got going on. But
or you could explore the powerlifting side before you shred down.
I weigh too much, man. I'm too heavy.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean,
I weigh 230 pounds.
Yeah,
like,
but it's. I mean, listen. Unless you're putting up even at 200 pounds. Say you shed.
I got you. I
30 pounds, and you're and you maintain the numbers that you're putting up. No offense, I'm not saying that you're weak, but like there's guys like 30 pounds that weigh 30 pounds less than you, right?
Yeah, that's you.
No, but they're.
Yeah, but
no, I don't weigh 30 pounds less than you. Well, yeah, now I do. Right now I do. Yeah, I'm like 200. But regardless, if you are 200 pounds and you're still putting up the numbers that you're putting up, right? There's always going to be Russell Orhe, who's squatting and deadlifting 700-800 pounds, right?
Yeah,
which,
of course.
You know, there's no point in you like.
You know what weight? You know who's in my weight class? Jamal Brewer.
Yeah.
That's who's
Jamal Browner.
Oh, is it Brower? So. You know who I'm talking about, though.
Yeah.
Close, but
no. Jamal Browner's a savage. He's
the same weight as me. Actually, I think I weigh more than him.
So there's no point in like, you know.
Man, why does he got to post videos? Like, why does he got to exist? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm just saying.
We need to send him some calibrated chrome plates. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, you got to get in Russell Orhe's new gym.
Did he build a new gym? I heard he shut down or something like that.
I'd imagine he's probably gonna re-up wherever. You don't just take that equipment to waste.
Yeah.
You know?
His logo is so cool. I love that. Yeah. The corrupted strength.
I think it would be sick with this.
Hey, that could be cool.
Yeah.
That could be a cool collab for sure. But I just love. I'm so like, I love cool logos.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when in high school, did you ever like? Did everybody just wear Nike socks, like the ankle socks, like just because it like
Nike Elite?
Yeah, like I was so blown away by that whole thing because it's like it was like because if you just wear just plain ankle socks, like you're lame, you know. I always thought that I was like, dang, that that simple little black check like just makes everything look cooler.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I tried to apply that whenever we came up with the Mayhem Strength logo.
Yeah.
The Mayhem logo itself was hand drawn by an artist that has done work for like LL Bean. I think he's done artwork for Eric Church's tour.
Really?
Yep. He's amazing. His guy is fantastic artist, and he does it all by hand.
Interesting.
That's why he charges so much. That's why he's so good.
Yeah.
He also does like murals and stuff like that in like restaurants and stuff wherever. Like, you know, he's in like, I think Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, really?
And he's done a couple like breweries and restaurants out there where he'll do like their whole typography package and come out and like paint the branding on the walls and stuff like that. It's all kind of, it's not like Mayhem, but it's all kind of sort of similar type of font.
Yeah, I mean they're all like all of the because it was he had done a couple different renditions of.
Yeah, he did the Joker.
Yeah, but he had also done a couple different logos, right?
Yeah, he had done the script one. Well, yeah. So he did that version, but it was misspelled.
Yeah,
he spelled it. He drew it with, he said M-E. M-E-Y, yeah, which is a common mistake. A lot of people actually kind of do that.
Yeah.
That was a cool logo too. This banner one was like, this one's pretty cool too. I like it. The Joker was such a pain to try to come up with the concept of a simple like Joker face, because you just have to keep stripping away details because these guys are very intricate. They want to just pack on all this details, but you can't put this stuff on like equipment.
Yeah.
You can't laser cut complex designs because of like the thickness of the laser, plus you're cutting on a two-dimensional surface. So
yeah.
like this little eyeball right there, right? So we can't cut this. We can't do the Joker out of steel because of the eyeball right there. Won't have a surface to connect to without falling off.
Yeah.
You know, so that was another reason why I wanted to use the Joker. It was like, we worked so hard to like come up with a design concept. And
I mean, there's renditions of this though that you could probably establish that the same feel, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
While still cutting it into steel.
Yeah, for sure.
It doesn't need to be as complex as it is.
No,
but
not at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, if you are interested in any of the services and offerings that we discussed in the podcast, 3D design, gym layout, gym equipment, gym build outs, free shipping on neon fleck bumper plates, black bumper plates, deep dish iron plates, urethane plates, custom dumbbells, you name it, we're here to help. GymBroFitness.com, MayhemStrength.com. You can also find us on all major social media platforms. LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We're also on Threads, Twitter, all major streaming podcast platforms, and YouTube, guys. Go to our YouTube channel. We are posting a lot of this visual content of the stuff that we're talking about, how to do the 3D gym layout. I even have videos of me planning and designing a gym in real time on YouTube. We have videos of our previous work that we've done, the projects that we're proud of saying that we've completed, and a lot more content. So subscribe, follow us for more. Please interact with us. We're very much friendly people. We want to hear from you. So thank you for tuning in on this episode, and we hope you guys enjoy, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.